Welcome to DeFi Crypto Today. Our topic today is Gold Standard DAO, which is a decentralized reserve currency protocol based on real physical gold. So each token is backed by gold, actual gold, not virtual gold. So we're going to talk about this, and we're going to start talking about gold and why it's important, and why I think personally, it should be part of everybody's portfolio, either in physical form or on the blockchain. So I'm a little bit of a gold bug myself. This is an actual, can we see this? Yeah, let's see. That's an actual gold coin from Thailand, where I live. And the weight is not an ounce, they call it a baht. Okay, so it's a baht of gold. It's a little bit smaller than an ounce of gold, and everybody has that in Thailand. Okay, uh, people in Thailand believe in gold. Okay, they're gonna wear it, and the actual jewelry that they wear is weighed in baht of gold, so they can exchange their jewelry for cash at any time they need it. And when they want to save money, they buy more gold and they wear it, and so on. So it's interesting. In Asia, you find that people are very much attached to gold because they believe it's real money. Okay, they don't trust that much the fiat currency of their own country, and it's been like that for thousands of years. Gold is real money. Okay, the paper money that we get is just currency. It's not money. It's different. So, and one thing that I want to emphasize before we start talking about this protocol is that fiat currency loses value over time. The purchasing power of the US dollar, for instance, has been pretty much losing value every single year for the last 100 years. A dollar, for instance, in 1913, you could buy 30 Hershey's chocolate bars with that. Today, forget it. Gradually, you lose money, you lose value because the central banks, the Federal Reserve in the United States, keeps printing more and more and more and more money. So it's very inflationary. And because of that, we're losing value. And that's why Bitcoin was invented as a way to fight against this inflationary fiat currency. And Bitcoin is an excellent product. The blockchain, everybody, I think, should have some Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin bug myself. But some people argue that it would be better if we also had something on the blockchain that's backed by real physical gold. So there's this movement to try to bring back the gold standard as real money while using the blockchain technology. And this new project, the Gold Standard DAO, wants to bring back the gold standard as money as well. Now we're going to talk about this project. Before I go on, I want to say that this project has been sponsored by Gold Standard DAO. And as always, I'm very open about telling you why I accept some projects and I refuse other projects to sponsor my videos. I like gold. I think gold is essential in everybody's portfolio. I think this project is well designed. It has some important backers as well. And we're going to talk about them today. So I believe this project is going to bring value to typical crypto investors. Okay, and that's why I decided to accept the sponsorship. All right, so they have several articles on their Medium page that I think are worth taking a look at. The project is not yet live. We're going to see where the project is at and where it's going. Okay, and we're also going to show you today how to get set up on your Metamask for when the project is going to get live. Okay. All right, so here they have an article that has a short history of gold and why it's important. Okay. So a lot of people know gold coins were created by King Croesus in Lydia, Greece, around 550 BC. Okay, and those coins were used in several countries for a long time as currency as well. And eventually, paper money was introduced, and it used to be linked to gold. Today, fiat currency in pretty much every country is not linked to gold anymore. There's no gold standard anymore, and that allows central banks to just print excessively more fiat currency anytime they feel like it. Okay, and by doing so, they depreciate the value of the currency constantly. Okay, you probably heard that the Federal Reserve printed more money in the last 2 years than it did in the whole history of the United States. Okay, and that's a fact. So we talk a little bit about the modern banking system. I'm not going to emphasize too much about this here. Okay, and what we know is that in 1973, the fixed conversion of dollars to gold was abolished in the United States by the administration of Richard Nixon. Okay, and since then, the government got the control to print as much money as they feel like it. Okay, and a lot of people think they're printing excessively and spending excessively due to that fact. Okay, so it created a lot of debt crisis and inflation and so on. So one thing that people do is that they always like to have gold in reserve somewhere to fight against inflation. It's a hedge against inflation. Bitcoin is another hedge against inflation. And we're also trying to get gold on the blockchain as a hedge against inflation. So as JP Morgan, the very famous financier, said, gold is money, everything else is credit. So fiat currency is credit. It's debt, but gold is an asset. So if you look at over the last 30 years, gold outperformed the US dollar by 417%, while silver has grown by 507%. So precious metals are a better reserve of value than fiat currency. That's what that means. So at the point where we're at with the new blockchain technology, a lot of people think maybe we should bring back the gold standard and use it on the blockchain. And that's what the Gold Standard DAO is aiming to do. Okay? So there's a lot of benefits to cryptocurrencies, and although Bitcoin has often been called digital gold, it's not actually backed by gold. So the Gold Standard DAO wants to offer cryptocurrencies that are backed by real gold. And we're going to see how they want to do that. Okay? So instead of buying gold and like this, okay, the problem with having physical gold is that it's not so easy to make payments online with it. It's fine in person, okay, as people have been doing for thousands of years. But in modern society, it's not that convenient to ship an actual gold like this, okay? So if we can use a system of payment that works very well, like the blockchain and Bitcoin and so on, but create a digital currency that's actually backed by gold, and while using the blockchain technology, it's going to be a lot more efficient, and it's going to cost a lot less to perform transactions. If I want to perform transactions shipping physical gold, it's going to cost a lot of money to ship the gold. And I'm not going to need to put insurance and whatnot. So it's very expensive to transact like that. All right. So this is the future website. It's not yet operational. It's coming in the next few weeks. Okay. As we can see, it's based on the OlympusDAO and Wonderland model. Okay. So you create a treasury, okay, by minting or bonding tokens. okay? And you're going to reward stakers with a very high APY. Currently, they project an APY of around 20,000, 40,000%. They're not going to go the way of some of these own forks that went like in the trillions and trillions and trillions of percent APY, you know, because that's not a way to build a reserve, okay? The point of this is to build a strong treasury that's going to grow and have a reserve of value for people in the future, okay? You're going to make investments and earn fees on those investments to grow the treasury and maintain the APY that they're going to give the stakers. Now, what's very important here is they have two big partners, Syscoin and Lode, okay, that are official partners of this project. All right, so we're going to have a look at that soon. Now, for those that are not familiar with the OlympusDAO and Wonderland project, this is Wonderland. Basically, the Gold Standard DAO is going to use a similar model. Like Wonderland, it's going to be on the Avalanche. It's going to start on the Avalanche blockchain, but at some point, it's going to also expand on the Syscoin blockchain, which is a layer 2 based on the Bitcoin technology, but making it easy to transact like the EVM from Ethereum, okay? So it's kind of a mixture of the two technologies, okay? And today we're going to show you how to get set up on Metamask for that and how to get some free gas also. Because it's very gas efficient and the transaction costs are very small. Okay, so as you can see, Wonderland's been very, very successful. It managed to grow a very huge treasury of 828 million in just a few months since it started in September. So it's less than 4 months and already accumulated a very large amount of money. So so these projects can be extremely successful if they're done right. Now, what people need to do, they buy the tokens and then they stake them so that they can earn this very, very high APY here. Okay, so Gold Standard DAO is going to use that model. All right, so recently on the 21st of December, they had an AMA to answer some of the questions that people had on the Discord. Okay, so what's the goal of the Gold Standard DAO? The long-term success is to have an algorithmic reserve currency backed by a basket of real-world assets. So it's going to be backed by a basket of precious metals mostly. Okay, so they're going to have several precious assets, and they're going to try to integrate new features to the OlympusDAO model, okay? And they want to bring back the gold standard into the monetary system, okay? So if they're successful, they aim to have gold as money again, as it has been traditionally for thousands of years, but on the blockchain. All right, so each token is backed by a milli-ounce of gold, it's called. Milli-ounce means 1,000th of an ounce. Since an ounce of gold is around $1,700, give or take, a milli-ounce is going to be about $1.70, give or take. And that's the backing for each Gold Standard DAO token. All right. The whitelist is already concluded, but you can check on Discord to see how you can join the IDO, the initial Discord offering, which has been extended a few more days. So I think it ends on December 26th. After that, at the end of December, early January, there's going to be a copper launch. Check on Discord for all the details. Everything is updated on Discord. I'll show you the Discord channel in a moment. The link for all this stuff is in the description below, so you don't need to worry. I got all the information for you in the description. All right, so you can see all these details also on the Discord. All right, so it's going to launch on Avalanche first, okay, because that's going to be the easiest way for people to get on board. And eventually, once the Syscoin Layer 2 rollout is ready, the protocol is going to be available on those two chains. So you're going to be on Avalanche and on Syscoin as well. And I'll show you how to get set up today on your Metamask for both Avalanche and Syscoin. So what else? So they're going to have different bonding assets, AUX, AGX, USDC, and so on. AUX and AGX are precious metal digital assets, okay, which are created by Lode. And that's one of the partners of Gold Standard. Okay, we're going to see that in a moment. So basically, they say, what's the relationship between gold and the price of the GSDAO token? If the price of gold goes up or down, it's going to affect the price of the GSD token. So they should follow more or less. All right. So as I talked earlier, the APY that they expect to be able to give stakers is going to be in the 20,000 to 40,000% range. Okay, how is the Gold Standard DAO different from OHM? Okay, OHM is the token from OlympusDAO, the originator of this protocol system. So the biggest difference is that OHM is mostly backed by DAI and other cryptocurrencies, okay, which are basically USD-backed stablecoin. The GSD token from Gold Standard is actually backed by physical precious metal, gold and silver, okay? So there's an actual physical amount of precious metals held in storage and backing each token, okay? That's the biggest difference. So GSDAO aims to build a product not just for the crypto community, but for mass adoption and real-world use cases. So eventually, they want to be able to use these tokens in the real world to perform transactions as well. So how will OHM updates affect the GSD, and what's the plan moving forward? The core members have been in the crypto space since the early days. They are well connected in the crypto community and pay close attention to keeping up with the market. They're constantly looking at ways to improve the protocol, not just from one other protocol, but rather from several DeFi products. So as there are updates performed on the OlympusDAO project, they're going to update as well, and not just from OlympusDAO, but from any other protocols that are relevant to theirs. Okay. Now they're talking about rugs here. There's been a wave of projects that were rugged and hacked and so on recently, unfortunately. So some people say, should we be concerned that the GSD team is anonymous? Can we still trust them? Essentially. Here, basically, they say you should not be concerned that the GSD team is anonymous because their partners and backers are public. Team members have been doxxed, so they've been identified with those partners. The partners know who they are. In the end, they consulted with world-class international lawyers to set up a foundation, okay, that's going to manage this, okay, in Switzerland. And they want to ensure that the GSD continues to develop for several years to come. Okay, so that instills some confidence that the project can be trusted. Okay, is it going to be successful? I hope so. I mean, there are risks because it's a brand new project. Okay, But it looks to me like the team members are serious people, and they're not there to just rug pull and steal people's money. And that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I decided to take the sponsorship. All right. So are they planning to get the tokens listed on any exchanges? So right now, they're looking to get a liquidity pool on Trader Joe as their main decentralized exchange. And they're also open to talk to any centralized exchanges for future listings and collaborations. So hopefully at some point, the token is going to be listed at several places to increase its adoption. All right. So here they talk about the social media. I'm going to show you their Discord and Twitter pages. I highly recommend that you join them, okay, if you want to get the latest information. All right, so let's have a look at this. This is the Twitter page. It's got about 2,000 followers at the moment. Okay, they just published a new roadmap. We're going to have a quick look at that in a moment. Okay, they're partnering with their Lode, which is the company that creates tokenized precious metals, okay, that are going to be used by the Gold Standard DAO. Okay, they talk about the AMA, which we just had a look at. Now, there's a lot more information in their Discord. The links for all these are in the description, okay? So if you want to get the latest updates, I recommend you check in the announcements. You can also ask questions in the general channel and so on. So you can, discuss this. There's several. Right now, there's over 4,600 people in there. So the number of people is growing. And they had several announcements in the last few days. So it's quite interesting. Here's a sneak peek at what the project is going to look like when it's launched. Okay. So it's pretty much a standard OlympusDAO fork in terms of look and feel. Okay. So if you're already familiar with OlympusDAO or Wonderland, you're going to know your way around pretty easily. All right. So, all right, so that's their Discord. Now, I want to show you their two biggest partners at the moment. We've got Lode. This is their Twitter page. The link is in the description. Okay. Lode is the company that is putting physical gold on the blockchain. Right now, they're trying to expand on the Solana blockchain as well. And here they're talking about their two tokens, AGX and AUX, which you can buy and use to bond to create the GSD token from Gold Standard. So if you buy these tokens from Lode, you can bond them on the Gold Standard DAO protocol to mint new GSD tokens. Okay. So the AGX is backed by silver and the AUX is backed by real gold. See, this is their official statement saying that they're partnering with Gold Standard DAO. You can see that on their Twitter page. Now let's look at their other partner, Syscoin. Syscoin is across, if you look at this, okay, you want to combine the security of the Bitcoin technology and the smart contracts of the Ethereum technology, okay, to get a scalable, fast, and very low gas platform to build new protocols. Okay, so the Gold Standard DAO is going to start on Avalanche, and then it's going to add the Syscoin blockchain as well. And that's coming soon. Now here, that's where they show that they're partnering with Gold Standard. here. So that's their official statement here. All right. So as we just said, the Syscoin blockchain, their aim is to combine the best of Bitcoin and Ethereum. On their main page, the link is in the description. You can read more about what the technology is about and so on. Now, this is the Lode main page. Okay. They talk about the tokens that they use. So you have the AUX coin, which is backed by 1 milligram, not milli-ounce. This one is milligram of gold. And then you have the AGX coin, which is backed by 1 gram of silver. Okay, and as they say, it's 1 gram weight of vaulted, audited, insured, and verifiable silver bullion. So you can trust that there's real silver there. And same thing here for the gold. Okay, it's vaulted, insured, audited, and verifiable. Okay, all right. So you're sure you're buying real physical precious metals from these guys. Okay. All right, so this is the price of gold, 1,800.7. So when you get yourself a GSD, a Gold Standard DAO token, it's backed by $1.8 worth of gold, 1 milli-ounce. So this is the price of 1 ounce of gold. A milli-ounce is 1,000 of that. So divide this by 1,000, it's $1.8 of gold. All right. So let's have a quick look at their roadmap that just got published yesterday. So in Q2, that's when they started, developing the concepts and so on, creating the team and all that. In Q3, they partnered with Lode and the Sys Foundation that's behind the Syscoin blockchain. And they start setting up their social media. Now, we're in Q4. So they did the whitelisting. They're in the process of doing the IDO, initial Discord offering. They're going to set up a legal association in Switzerland, preparing the mainnet launch and testing. They're doing internal audits. Internal audits is their own staff is checking the code, essentially. They're setting up bug bounties so that they can invite white hat hackers to check if there are bugs in the code, and they're paying them for that. And they're working on setting up the website as we speak, and they started their social media marketing. So early next year in Q1, there's going to be the liquidity bootstrap pool public sale on Copper. Okay, it's going to be a token auditing. There's going to be some airdrop of GSDs for people that participated in the IDO already. And they're going to launch on the Avalanche network. So that should be early next year. Okay, external audits are going to be ordered. And the GSD token should get its listing. In Q2, they're going to bridge to the Syscoin layer 2 chain. They want to bridge to Solana as well, and probably get on multiple other chains as well. Okay, and eventually they want to add new features and so on. Q3, they want to integrate other assets in the Treasury protocol, more listings on DEXs and central exchanges and so on. And probably adopt other blockchains. All right. So as OlympusDAO it's a rebasing token. So the supply can contract and expand according to demand. Okay. The rest of the stuff is a little bit technical. I don't think we need to get into details here. You can read the rest at your leisure. Yep. That's about it for that. So what I'd like to do now is show you how to get set up for Syscoin and Avalanche. Most people are probably familiar with Avalanche, but we found this very neat system where you can get set up easily. So we're going to go to chain list. The link is in the description. Okay, this is chain list. And here you can type the blockchain that you're looking for. So let's say we go with Avalanche. Okay, so we want the Avalanche mainnet, not the test one. And then we click on Connect Wallet. And it's going to bring up Metamask. It's going to ask us to connect. And there we go. If we check on this, we're set up for the Avalanche network. Now let's do the Syscoin chain. Sys. So again, we want the main net, not the test net. So we add that to Metamask. And it's adding all the relevant data. Okay. So we approve. We can see more details here if we want to. And we approve. All right. Now if we double check, it's installed already. So we can see it. It's been added to our list, the Syscoin mainnet. Okay. So it's very easy. You don't need to type anything. You just have to search for the chain that you're looking for and click a button and it's done. Very easy. All right, now this is a faucet that's going to give us some free Sys token so that we get free gas for our first transactions once the Gold Standard DAO is set up. Okay. So you can use it with Twitter or Facebook. I'm going to try it with Twitter. I haven't tried it yet. Let's see if it's going to work. We have to send a tweet. Okay. Requesting funds. Do I need to do anything else? Let's try it. All right. What we need to do is we click on tweet here. It's going to bring us to this message. We replace this bunch of zeros here with the with the Metamask wallet address. So we put that in here, paste that, and all right, let me send a tweet first. This is my tweet. This would be the URL. Yes, now we got it. I think it's the URL of the tweet. Let's try that. Ah, now it's working. Okay. Sorry, first time I'm using this faucet. All right, so in a few seconds, it looks like we're going to receive some Sys. So we're getting 0.01 Sys and per 3 days. So I guess in 3 more days, I guess I can request some more Sys if I ever need it. Okay. All right, I'm not sure, but it looks okay. Let's check in the wallet. Do we have it? Not yet. Okay, I don't see it yet. Getting 0.01 Sys and per 3 days. So I guess in 3 more days, I guess I can request some more Sys if I ever need it. Okay, it took several minutes before we got the gas from the faucet, but there it is. So you are getting 0.01 Sys tokens for free to pay a little bit of gas to get you started when the protocol is going to be ready. All right, so that can help you out, and then you can buy more Sys tokens to pay more gas later, and so on and so forth. But to get on board, that's the easiest way. So you just do like I did. You send a tweet with your Metamask wallet address in here in this field and you request more sys, and you're going to be on your way. It takes about 10-15 minutes before you get the tokens. So at this point, I think if you're interested in this project, you should join the Discord. Talk to the folks in there. These are the people responsible. This Gigi Rothschild here seems to be in charge of a lot of things. Yep, he's been posting quite a few things. And there's Jay's Discord as well. So this, and this one. All right, so there's a few people that are involved in this project that could answer your questions. So if you want, you can contact them. You can also ask questions in the general channel or the question channel. Okay, and see, it's very active. They tell you quite a few things in there. So if you've got questions about this project, they're going to tell you. Currently, they're still doing their IDO. You've got a few more days for that. So if you're really interested in this project, perhaps you want to check it out. In terms of risk, well, it's a brand new project. So we don't know how successful it's going to be. I hope it's going to be successful. I think they have a neat idea with trying to bring back the gold standard and put it on the blockchain. It might become very successful. I always like gold, and I always had some in my portfolio because there's blockchain, but there's also a world outside blockchain. So that's why I always keep some physical gold myself. But having gold on the blockchain would facilitate payments tremendously, especially with the Syscoin blockchain, which uses the very secure Bitcoin technology with the ease of use of EVM. Okay, and very, very, very low gas fees, so which I like. So that's it for this video. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Download the free book. It's in the description. You type in your name, your email address, you hit the submit button, and you end up with a big button that says download the free book. And if you miss that, you're going to get an email with another big button that says download the free book. And if you don't want it for free, you go to Amazon, you pay $5.99 to Jeff Bezos, and Jeff will send me a whole $1. See you later.